Jawohl, und schwarzen Schwinken, das ist und die Panzenpuppen. Jawohl, das ist die Funny Games und Loathsome Thing Podcast. Da. Wait, that's German. Russian. Hello. It's Loathsome Things. Horror movie and horror adjacent, I guess. Movie podcast. I'm John. With me, as always, is my co-host Josh. Josh, it sounds like things are happening in your life. How are you doing?
Oh man, I'm so good. I have it all together. I just raced home trying to get here in time to record this podcast, and I'll have you know, I flipped a guy off on the way here. I'm not the kind of fellow who flips a guy off in traffic.
Wow.
But so far, the best thing that has happened to me today is that later I passed him up and he was stuck way behind me on the fuckery of 249.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
So, yeah, fuck that guy. And so, John, was that I can't tell. Were you actually talking about what we were doing in German, or was that silliness and then you threw in some real German twads the end there?
That's it. There it is.
Okay. Ich bin Berliner. Liebe dich.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. I do love that, like, I feel like this is the first movie I've ever seen where I saw two German people say lovey-dovey things to each other, and I was like, wow, that is not romantic.
Bitch. What?
Yeah. Liebe dich too!
Yeah, it's a bit guttural, that German.
Oh, man. Just lieben dicks all over the place.
Ich beaning my Berliners.
Oh, jawohl. Yeah, they're throwing like 9 out all the time. I'm like, look, y'all need a new word. All of the words we associate with Hogan's Heroes, y'all need to just throw away.
I can't take you seriously.
Yeah, you're not a people anymore.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing great. I've been working like crazy. I'm still not done with my work for today. And tomorrow I am going to go pay someone more money than I've ever had in my entire life for a home. I'm buying closing on a home tomorrow. Also getting 2 cats fixed. And then I will proceed to immediately panic pack almost an entire house worth of goods because the movers are coming Monday at 7:30 a.m. and we are not ready.
Oh, great. That sounds like all of it sounds like a great time.
It's a great time, full of good ideas. I just was reminded on the way home that I have not set it up so that our new home will have electricity tomorrow. So that'll be something that I deal with in between the cats, final walkthrough, and closing and cats tomorrow. Oh, also the flooring guy will be there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What
Lots
could go
of
wrong?
Things. What do you, I still don't know if they want me to do a wire transfer or a cashier's check, John!
It's a lot.
Oh, John, speaking of good ideas.
Yeah.
How's music for you?
Well, as you know, but, our listener knows, I guess, I came up with a really bad idea and decided to commit fully to it. For the entire month of February, I have created rules for myself. I am only allowed to listen to music I don't like. And if I am listening to a song that I like, I have to turn it off and go to another one that I don't. So I take suggestions, and I record all of this, and then I'm writing about it on my Substack that nobody reads. So it's going to be great. So far, this is week 2, and I have not intentionally on my music thing put on a single song that I actually wanted to hear. I've decided that I do 30 songs a day. And I skipped a day last week. I don't remember why. Maybe I was scared. I don't remember.
Oh,
but I've
mental
made up
health
for
day.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like 35 songs the first day, second day nothing, and then every weekday since, I've decided I'm going to listen to 30 terrible songs. And so I have done that other than the weekends because I decided that I need a fucking break or I'm going to go insane. I thought it was something I could just deal with and it would be hilarious, and it was for a day.
Yeah. Because you're a very music listening dude. That is like part of your self-care routine.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
It's like you have a terrible drinking problem, and in order to deal with it, you decide to do heroin every day.
Yeah. What if I kick this drinking habit by shooting up heroin all the time?
There's good and bad in this.
Yeah. Little of column A, little of column B.
Yeah. And the idea was all, I had just gotten up, and my brain is and this is saying something, at its dumbest usually when I first wake up, and yeah. I'm like wildly awake for some reason, but think really strange shit, like, what is it about earworms, and why do they get stuck in your head, and why are they always songs that you hate? And then I was like, and what about the fact that it's just music? Why, everyone has their own tastes, but why do people get so, like, us versus them about something that ultimately is just there to make you feel good, And if you don't like it, then you shouldn't have to listen to it. But why are people so polarized about it? Part of it is, the message in the music. But most of the music I hate, it doesn't have anything to do with the message. It's just the way the music sounds, the beat, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's more complicated. So anyways, I was like, I'm going to listen to only terrible music from March or February. And then when I'm done, starting in March, I'm going to write about it. Not every single song, but what it is, in general, that I enjoyed about the music that I've been listening to. A lot of it's obvious, like it's funny, or it's just kind of, like a mildly transgressive to listen to music you don't like and torture yourself with it. But what I'm discovering is that other than it being kind of funny, a lot of this music that I've been listening to really has no redeeming value. Like it's not pleasant. Yes, biologically, maybe the rhythm of a beat satisfies, some biological drive or whatever. But, when Chris Cornell is singing a misogynistic song about, some woman that he keeps referring to as that bitch, and all of the music is produced by Timbaland for the entire record. It's like a hip-hop record, but it's a Chris Cornell solo album. It's just like, what is fucking happening right now? Why is Puff Daddy doing a duet with Jimmy Page for a Godzilla soundtrack? It's just... And why does anyone want to be a Hulkamaniac? I don't understand.
Oh, man. Just a quick note in there on I remember listening to a interview with Chris Cornell and Timbaland talking about this upcoming project of theirs, and just like Timbaland barely being able to get a word out because Chris Cornell's dick was so far into his mouth. And he was like, man, I love Chris Cornell's music, except that Audio Slave stuff. That wasn't really as good. And it was because at the time, Chris Cornell was like drugged out of his mind and was like on a big ego trip about how bad the guys in Audio Slave were to him. And then later in life, you know, before he died, he was like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I was a complete idiot and a total asshole to those guys.
I was a total asshole to those guys while blowing sunshine up Timbaland's ass for like turning on a drum machine and a recorder and falling down some stairs with it. It's just
man,
it's fucking terrible. It's so
outsider
bad.
music.
It's like the worst dancey pop garbage, and then Chris Cornell over it. Except he's singing about I wanna that bitch or whatever. It's fucking terrible.
Oh man, I applaud you on your effort. I will say, not looking forward to any of your February posts, but I am looking forward to several of your March posts. Especially, like, I would really like to see you, like, take that January post where you talked about it, and then just, like, respond to yourself line by line.
Dear cock-eating ass fuck.
Indeed. Oh man, I'm excited. So like, what do you have? Like, give our listeners who are also your readers a little peep at like what's coming up next. What can we expect in the coming days? Like, are you gonna be dipping into the what if Linkin Park vocalist was all of a sudden a Scientology lady, or like what's coming up in your ears?
Well, there's, a healthy mix of songs that people recommend. I'm constantly racking my brain for, things that I haven't covered yet that have, songs that have always driven me insane my whole life. And, they keep coming back to me. It's like, Butterfly by Crazy Town. I forgot to do that one. That kind of thing. And like yesterday, it was really funny. Yesterday, my brother he sends me a message and he's like, you've got to do Party All the Time from Eddie Murphy. And I'm like, way ahead of you, dude. That's on tomorrow's playlist. And then we both talked about, we're like, we both love that song. Rick James wrote it. It's hilarious. And I'm like looking up stuff to play and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Soft Cell, the Tainted Love band, has a song called Sex Dwarf. That's going on there, even though I love that song. I don't give a fuck. I made the rules anyway. It's called Sex Dwarf. It has to go on there. But I also played the original the other day, the original Dan Hill, Sometimes When We Touch. And then I went ahead and yesterday closed out the day hard with Manny Pacquiao doing a duet with Dan Hill of Sometimes When We Touch. Something when we talk. It was fucking amazing.
Man, nothing says I should also be a singer than having a career where you get punched in the mouth over and over again.
I posted a photo of it on the Substack and I was looking over the lyrics and sure enough, there was a verse in there about being a prize fighter. So I had to put that line as the caption. That's so good. Yeah, so that's my month of February.
Oh man, if you want, like if you're straining for music to hate, I can set you up with a list of 30 songs with no artist repetition of just the worst that Christian pop music has to offer.
Oh, an entire day of Christian pop music. That would be perfect.
Although
I will say that, what were they called? Newsboys?
Newsboys.
Bad, but not as bad as I would have thought. Much better than say, Steal Away by Robbie Dupree. Why won't you steal away? It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. Love Liberty Disco was that was them at their height.
Yeah.
They toured in an inflatable stage. And
Of
it was
course.
apparently a little bit of a bouncy castle situation, and
Okay.
everyone had a great time.
I'm sure they did, especially
For
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What could a bunch of Australian dudes singing disco Christian music possibly not do to praise Jesus? Oh, wait. Later, it turns out horrible, horrible things.
So yeah, well, oh my god. So yeah, if you guys hear this, and it's still February, get those recs in. You can find me on any of our social media pages, except the ones I don't use, like X and Blue Sky, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you could mostly find us on Facebook, but why would you? Or Instagram.
Yeah.
But,
Which,
okay.
the Instagram page, I get like 10 follows a day on there. I don't know why. It just happened about a month ago. And now every day it's like 10 follows. I don't know why. I don't know who they are most of the time. I just go and they're like, my name's Bob and I sell monster toys on eBay. And then they send me a message. Hey man, you should check out my toys. And I'm like, hide.
Yeah. Yeah. Instagram's a trip. I hate it. I got on there. I've been posting cat pictures until the last 2 weeks when I couldn't possibly muster energy to do anything.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I feel like I didn't miss anything by not being on Instagram this whole time.
It's not good. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you like to watch people die, in which case it's great.
There it is. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the new rotten.com.
It is. I mean, I've never seen so many people die. It's incredible.
And I think it's a big scam that you can't have a Threads account unless you have an Instagram account. I hate that.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Threads is fine because you have a lot more control over your feed than you do in other meta crap. And so far, they're very intermittent with the ads that they place in there. I know that's going to change, but for now, I can just say, not interested. And then I can scroll for about another 2 hours before I'll see an ad. And it's like, soy candles. You like soy candles? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Soy candles? Fuck you. Not interested. And then it's...
My name is not Candles.
It's back to like censored posts because I have all these words that I don't want to see in posts. So it's like Trump, Musk, Abbott, Ken Paxton, Texas legislature. Any post with that wording in it, in the text of it, will be hidden from me. So a lot of my posts are hidden, and it's just people taking photographs and petting cats, and at night cooking. I don't know why. At night, all the cooking stuff takes over.
Well, dinner.
Yeah, I guess so. So, Threads is fine. It works for me in that way. I'll get on it and kind of, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. That is exactly the amount of social media stamina I have. I'm on my phone. I don't have anything to do. I hit the thing. I scroll, and then I'm like, I hate this.
It is bad. It's soul-sucking in a not a good way.
Not in a good way. Yeah. Speaking of soul-sucking and not in a good way, or maybe in a good way, why are you and I talking to each other today, specifically, Jonathan?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Today we're going to be talking about a film from 1997 by a Swiss director, or is he Austrian? I've never really been able to ascertain that. Anyways, his name is Michael Haneke, or something like that, and the movie is Funny Games. Again, I've been watching his movies since, probably the 90s, definitely the 90s. Still don't know how to pronounce his name, and still don't know where he's from. Great director.
And a fantastic man.
Oh, just a wonderful, warm, inviting man. He's made a lot of very, very entertaining, hilarious films that are just light and they go down easy. They're, if you've got the family over for Thanksgiving, maybe you guys want to, take a break from football for a little while, maybe put on some movies or something. You can watch, I don't know, funny games. Benny's Video has a kind of a similar storyline. Murder of a child, I believe. Ooh. Or a child murderer, I can't remember. The Piano Teacher.
Alert!
Perversion. We've got the post-apocalyptic Time of the Wolf. People being spied on and videotaped in their own home cache. The American Funny Games remake, which he also made. White Ribbon, which is fucking incredible. And Amour, which I was reading about today, which apparently involves a woman who's losing all of her cognitive function due to dementia, and her husband, and all the horrible things that happens to them until one of them dies and rots in a basement or something. Spoiler alert. So he's known for fun movies.
He's a real chipper guy, yeah.
Yeah, and just to prove it, this one is all about some two youngsters who play some funny games in Austria.
Tee-hee!
Yeah, it's hilarious, really. It's a let's see. It stars, oh god, and it just gets more depressing too. It stars a bunch of people, most of which have died horribly. Arno Frisch, who plays Paul, the leading psychopath. Ulrich Mühe, who plays George, who died in 2007 or something like that from
in a
cancer.
Freak golfing? Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Suzanne Lothar, who plays his wife Anna, who died 5 years later on the anniversary of his death by killing herself. Stefan Klepczynski, who I believe is the son. I don't care about him. Frank Gearing, who plays Fatty, or Paul, or Peter, I mean. He died in 2007, or something like that. He was 38, from some sort of colic, bilious colic, or something, bilious, whatever it is. Those are just the ones that I remember. So of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main characters, 3 of them are dead. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like, Europe's a great place.
Really great. I mean, nothing goes wrong in Europe.
Yeah. What could go wrong when people are from Austria?
Apparently everything.
Jesus. The one piece of trivia I read about this movie is that he really wanted to film it in America because that was for some reason, that was his that's what he wanted to do. So then whenever he decided to make an English language version of it, they filmed it in Austria.
With Nipsomi Watts and I forget who else. Shot for shot remake. And it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It is
shot
good.
and shot. Oh, is it?
It is, but I mean, there's no need to watch it unless you are an idiot like myself.
Well.
This movie I have seen a grand total, this original, a grand total of twice in my life, and I probably will never watch it again because it's really hard to watch.
Yeah.
It, in ways it was harder than I remembered, and in other ways it wasn't quite as bad. But, as much as I've read up on it and stuff over the years, I just don't see any point in seeing it again. I mean, I love it. It's a great film, but it's very emotionally manipulative, and it's very contradictory as far as what you read about, in some interviews, what his intentions were versus what his intentions are, the way he expresses his intentions with the film in other interviews. It's like, wait a minute, I thought this was like an indictment of the way we entertain ourselves by viewing violence, and supposedly it is, but it's also apparently a reflection of his sadism. Because he's kind of he's a kind of sadistic dude. I mean, he intentionally gravitates towards extremely shocking imagery and things happening on screen, and from this interview that I read with him today, he derives pleasure from it. He enjoys knowing that it makes people feel bad. not in the obvious way, but in this auteurish way, like, but it's still, like he'll say, well, when we shot one particular scene with Suzanne Lothar, she cried for several hours in her trailer prior to shooting the scene to prepare herself emotionally. And then the reporter says, and then Michael goes, like giggles, like in this weird, like awkward giggle. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, he gives, who's the last house on the left guy?
Craven?
Yeah, he's got that Craven and the Hellraiser guy. But, what if the Hellraiser guy wasn't so goddamn good-natured?
He reminds me of, the guy that made, God, I'll never remember his name, but the guy that made Martyrs. Pascal Laugier. But
I'll never remember his name.
But Laugier is more like, he's just very French. Yeah, he's just extremely... He's like, that is the condition of humanity, to shoot yourself and peel your skin like a banana.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Well, it is, because you're stupid and American. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Have you ever even had ennui?
How can I make an entire movie without peeling at least one young woman?
Yeah.
I think I see your point, but I'm not sure I agree. Oh yeah, I loved Martyrs.
Yeah. This one, I like this movie a lot, but it is a little up its own ass, because, there's the part of the movie where it stops being a movie and it starts being the director telling you that you should feel ways about watching the movie.
Right.
And then it's interesting. It's interesting that I'm doing that. I'm like sitting there, you're watching them recover from the incident, and you're watching like the steps that they're going through, the torture that you're going through, but then at a certain point you're also just like, I really wish the director wasn't talking to me this hard, you know?
Through a fourth wall and all that, and just in general.
Yeah, like it was a little bit like, oh, okay, well, I'm actually done with you. Like, I get it. It's a movie. You want to make us feel weird about watching a movie, and that's cool. That's really cool. But, I'd be okay with it having been over back then, but, it's whatever. I don't know how to feel about this movie.
Yeah, and that's as I've gotten older, that's been my reaction to it now. When I was younger, I just appreciated the intensity of it and that it was transgressive, and then just, more ridiculous things like the fact that he uses the band Naked City at the beginning and end, just because I fucking love that band. But that doesn't necessarily make it a good movie. I just really appreciated that. I still do.
Yeah. What's it? Is Peter Zorn? What's his first name?
Zorn.
John Zorn. I should have known that. Yeah. I love the intrusion of all of the John Zorn music in this. Like, that's fantastic. I like a lot of the points that the director's trying to make, or succeeding. Like, he's successfully making these points. He does a lot of really interesting stuff in this movie, but he's also up his own ass quite a bit.
He is. I mean, he's definitely an auteur. And, you really see more of that in, like, well, The White Ribbon is kind of his creative, like, artistic zenith as far as, like, visuals. It's black and white. It's very kind of plays to a cinema crowd. All his movies do. But, I mean, this one, that particular one really does. But, even, like, this movie, I mean, it's, there's a lot of interesting choices. The acting is very professional.
Man.
The camera work is, interesting. There's a lot of steady camera shots, where there's no movement for extremely long periods of time in movie time.
Yeah.
And he loves to linger on horrible shit. But he also chooses to take things out that he, like there's a scene where the mother is forced to strip, and they don't show that. They show her doing it, but it's from the shoulders up. Then later, when she puts her clothes on, she's basically wearing like a saran wrap bra, so you can see right through it. So it's like, oh, okay, so there's this prurience that he's playing with, like, oh, we're going to get to see her naked. This is great. And he knows that people think that way, and that's why he put that scene in the film. And then he takes it away as if, to implicate you more than just the fourth wall thing. And then when she puts her clothes on, well, you can see everything anyway. So it's like, oh, okay, what? And I think he just gets a kick out of doing stuff like that, And then people are like, well, you have to understand that he's an artist. It's like, yeah, he's an artist, but he's also kind of a dick. And I think he's been compared a lot to Hitchcock as far as in some bad ways, like as far as how hard he can be to work with, because he's very, very, like he made Naomi Watts cry because he was so demanding with her, infamously, in the scenes in the kitchen. It's like shot for shot. So in the scenes in the kitchen where the mom is there and that creepy kid comes in and he wants eggs, when he was working on that scene with Naomi Watts, he badgered her and hounded her so much that she apparently just broke down in tears.
Jesus.
And it's like, that's not okay, dude. Like, art is artifice. It shouldn't be. And then in another one of his films, there's a scene where a pig is killed. Its throat is cut or something like that. He wanted to get it exactly right, so they killed 3 pigs to get that shot. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? You better be fucking feeding the homeless with that pig or something, dude, because that is bullshit. Like, that's not okay. You shouldn't have to kill animals. And then there's another movie where he's got this big aquarium, and there's a scene where the aquarium breaks and all the fish go out onto the floor and they're flopping in the glass and stuff like that. And they had to shoot that several times. And he assured the interviewer that not many fish were harmed in the making of that production. It's like, dude, come on, man. What the... like you're killing fish just so you can get a cool shot. It's like Wake and Fright. Well, we were going to kill all these kangaroos, so if you want to wait, we'll be right back. Oh, no, maybe I could go with you, but what if we drug them so they're even easier to kill, and then that one looks like he's not doing well, why don't you go box it?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think this is good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all. I'm not like anyone's Naomi Watts defender, but that's super not okay. You don't treat human beings or pigs or fish that way. People say I want it all, but I can't have it. And I just have to say, this is it.
Yeah, it's, he talked about also in that interview where when he was a child, he was taken to see, I forget what the movie was, but for a really young child, it had there was some kind of death or something in it. I don't remember what it was, but it traumatized him. It really upset him. He and his mother had to take him out of the theater because he was like screaming in terror. And that obviously left a profound impact on him. And so you turn around later as an adult, in control completely of your art and your faculties. You can make any movie you want, essentially. Apparently, from what he puts on screen. And so he chooses to do things like this. Like, do you not remember what that felt like when you were a child? That horrible feeling of having no control and feeling empathy for something that's only happening on a screen. You can't really rectify your reality with what you're seeing on that screen. And this is what you're playing with in this film. But your message is, what, nihilistic? And, like, thumbing your nose at the audience? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it could be a bit of, like, a masturbatory attempt at reclaiming that power from his childhood self. I don't know. Obviously, this guy's not super fond of the younger version of himself,
Yeah.
as you can see with the fate of young Georgie.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, I think one of the things that's funny about this show is that we want, whenever we start talking about movies, like, I really do like this movie. I like it a lot, and compared to most of the movies I've seen, this movie it's definitely up there, way up there. It's not my favorite or in my top 10 or whatever if I had to make one, but I do really like it. It definitely left an impact on me. But I don't think it would be very interesting, at least for us, to just sit here and be like, "This is just a great movie. I just loved it." And you, Josh? Oh, yeah, it was intense. It was really good. Cool. And just do that for an hour. You know,
Yeah.
like I'd rather like, well, let's be critical of it, because usually if people are critical of somebody like him, it's because they have some agenda to tear him down. Not on a personal level, but they don't like his work. And so it's their goal to try to convince people why they shouldn't like his work either. And that's not what I'm saying. Like, or, you know, I just think that there are issues with this film, and those are the kinds of issues I see. It's like, ultimately, what are you trying to do here? What is your goal? I mean, films are entertainment, you know? We all know that. I mean, even, you know, some idiot who goes to only see XXX Vin Diesel films or whatever knows that. That's why he's there, because he wants to have a good time. But, you know, so yes, I understand that there's people who like to play with that expectation. And, okay, that's great, but you're also like, what, 10,000 years old? You know, like, you haven't grown up enough to just, you know, make a film that tells a story that ultimately isn't so childish. Because, I mean, if you're going to do that, just make a schlock film. They're much more entertaining. You know, this film feels like it has some serious message, but it doesn't. Who the fuck goes through their life really worrying about violence in film, other than people who are, you know, doing it performatively? I don't go to work and people sit around and they're like, "Dude, I watched this cop show yesterday and this guy got shot and there was like blood and stuff and it was horrible. I was very upset and I just couldn't deal with it. And there shouldn't be violence in movies." You know, it's like, people don't act like that. Some do, but everyone knows they're crazy. So why does this guy have to make such a big fucking deal when it's really just about a movie? It's just a movie about two psychopaths who murder a family and then go murder a bunch more. That's all it is.
I mean, I think he's being critical of the movie industry, but also making us complicit in the demand side of its supply. But also, he's obviously stuck on something, or he obviously was stuck on something, because it sounds like, from what you're talking about, a lot of his movies are dealing with the same themes. So It's like the ones he made before this, dealing with similar themes, didn't get what he wanted it to get. This movie didn't get what he wanted it to get, enough that he then remade it again, like, not even pretending it was a different movie, but just remaking it shot for shot, but this time for English, trying to get his point across. And I think ultimately what's going on in there is he had some really good ideas, and he executed on some of those ideas really well, but ultimately this movie didn't succeed at what he wanted it to do. Like, he didn't get that point across, and it's because of his deficiencies as an artist. Like, whenever you mentioned the thing about her getting undressed and about that intention, like, this isn't me, like, praising myself for being good. I didn't want to see her naked. I didn't want to watch a movie in which she, like, a thing that happened to her. So that didn't have that effect on me. I was relieved when the camera left her alone.
Yeah.
And so if that was his intention with that scene, he failed in a way. I don't know if that was his intention. Maybe his intention was for me to not want, for me to, like, I don't know. I don't know, but it feels like it got a B minus, you know? Like, if you were grading it based on what he was wanting to achieve, it doesn't sound like he really got there, because it sounds like he keeps revising what he tells people he wanted to achieve with it too. And you know, that's, artistry is hard. He's got some stuff, but this isn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what he's done since then. Maybe he's figured it out, but
yeah, he says, he says that he doesn't really like horror films, that he feels they're too this or too that. And then he doesn't like, films that have, there's too many films that have a nice, tight resolution. Well, we all agree with that, but we don't all sit around and talk about how we need to go make a funny games as a result of that. That doesn't feel like a comment on this. It feels more like an expression of your own personal, like, fuck upness, and you're going to project that on everybody else who's watching, and then laugh about it when somebody asks you a reasonable question about motivations. Like whenever a director says, well, I leave that open for interpretation, it's like, you can always tell when they really do just want to leave it open and when they're just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And I really, like, that one interview, I'm getting most of this from one interview, and that interview, I just read it today, and I was kind of like, I have to revise my opinion of this guy, because he kind of sounds like a prick.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you think about Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Where, like, I don't, like, other than Pan's Labyrinth, I don't really like his movies that much. They're just not for me. But that guy has a full cohesive idea. He's aiming at a target. He has goals for the movies that for the movie that he wants to make, and he gets there and he achieves it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he's got an enormous budget, and this Haneke guy doesn't, but still, like, there's still artistry there. And this guy, there's a lot of artistry that went into this film. Like, he put a lot of himself in there. The actors, like, really threw themselves at this, like, tremendous work on the acting, which I can only assume means tremendous work on the directing as well, and the cinematography. Like, this movie is made spectacularly. The only thing getting in this movie's way of actually, like, reaching that elevated point that he was shooting for is him getting in his own way.
Yeah. One thing that I've always struggled with about this movie is the breaking of the fourth wall. I mean, I liked it, that it was a surprise, but it always just seemed tacked on to me. Like, it didn't need to be there in my mind. And his explanation for it isn't he doesn't really explain it, so it's kind of like, I mean, like you watch something terrible happen, and then the guy looks at you and winks and says some dumb thing, and it's supposed to like blow your mind, because now you're involved. Like, anyone with half a brain is well aware of the fact that when they're watching horror films, they're complicit in what they're watching. A movie doesn't really work if nobody watches it. It's not, it only works for the people who see it, or who take it in some way, and I mean, obviously there's variations on that, but I mean, in general, a movie is meant to be seen, and, that its value is in being seen. And so, what you put in your movie matters. And, like the whole rewind thing, it's like, well, I'm going to rewind this scene because it didn't go the way I want to. And that's going to subvert your, you had hope for a second because you were rooting for this family. And like this one article I read, the guy's like, he wants you to root for the family because that's what we're used to. But, part of it is that he likes to have this critique of upper class Austrian life because he attacks it all the time. That's part of it. But then another part of it is just, wanting to, like, make you realize that you're identifying with the wrong person as a protagonist, or, the family isn't who you're being led to root for in this film. Ultimately, it's Paul, and by extension Peter, even though he's so subhuman that there's nothing to even likable about him. But I mean, at least Paul is, fucking charismatic. But I don't see it that way at all. It's not more shocking because you suddenly realize, well, this whole family's going to die. I mean, anybody can make a movie and kill a family. It isn't necessary. It's not like you're not a great artist because you killed a family in your movie. I mean, there's taboos in film and stuff like that. And if there's one way to get around them, it's by making an art film, Well,
yeah.
I mean, we killed the boy, but it's an art film. It's a message because he winks at the camera later, and it's like, yeah, but then it cheapens what you just saw in a way because you've turned it into a gimmick. But then I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
There were some things that I really liked, like on a microscopic level, the scene where he drops the eggs, the last few eggs on the carpet and and then he's like really trying to clean it up and like he was like, oh, he even said to watch out for the carpet. I was like these are really interesting story focused choices.
Yeah.
But then others just go like so far away. Like I love all of the stuff with the dad being ineffectual, and we keep like getting these close-up shots of his like sweaty, like thinning hair, and the mom and her, like she looks like she's having an allergic reaction to shellfish. Her face is so puffy. And the kid, the like completely unable to escape through like stuff. Like he's playing with great fire all throughout this movie, and I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of contradictions in this movie. I mean, it's a lot of the most of all of the performances are primarily naturalistic. I mean, they are played, dramatically with obviously nods to things, and depending, the nod primarily coming from the main antagonist or protagonist or whatever the fuck. But the family they're played dry. I mean, there's no nudge wink from them. But you're never really allowed to even like the family, which I think is kind of clever. You sympathize with or you empathize with what they're going through because it's horrible. I mean, even unless they were just terrible people, it's horrible. But at the same time, you don't really give a shit about these people. They're not very likable. They're not horrible or anything. They're just people. They're just like, it's like, okay, yeah, they're just this family on vacation, and then these psychopaths show up and torture them to death and then leave. And at the end, you're kind of like, well, I'm shocked because of the way it was portrayed. It's portrayed in a way that I'm not used to. But other than that, nothing really that out of the ordinary from any other thriller. I mean, it was a home invasion movie with like nods and nudges. They should have called it Nods and Nudges.
Oh, funny nudges. And see, one of the things that prevented it from being effective for me is that they weren't people, like, because of the style in which he was doing it, it was very obvious, like, super early in the film that they're not people, that they're like symbolic representations of this thing that he's going after. And so, like, even early in the movie, I wasn't like worried for their safety, because basically as soon as it happens, that they're all fucked and that they're not going to get away. But you're also just watching them basically placidly accepting their fate before it was even necessary. So even before like the stakes have been established, you're already just like, oh, okay, what kind of message are they supposed to be sending me, via the director, or the director sending me via these weird stand-ins, these meeples. And so that's part of what made it ineffective for me. Maybe that's my fault for going in with expectations and like having heard the reputation of this film. Maybe a fresh viewing that wouldn't have happened, but I mean, yeah. Also, it was 1997. This was probably way more transgressive back then.
It was very divisive, yeah. And it showed at Cannes, and like half the audience got up and left, including critics and just, moviegoers and stuff, because it was just, I think it was just too much for some, and just not in line with what they considered art or whatever, or something that was worth their time, and there were parts of the film that I watched where, and I've seen stuff way worse than what was in this film, but there were parts in this film where I was kind of like, why am I watching? I don't really enjoy this, actually. I really enjoyed it the first time, but I was also like 30 or whatever, I mean, it was, I was only 130 back then, so. Oh, but having said that, great film.
Oh, man. Would do.
I like how I didn't even do a synopsis. I wonder how fast I could do a synopsis.
Do it in a haiku.
Shit. Let's see. What is it? 575?
Yeah, if you want to be, like, technical grade school about it.
Yeah, but see, no, and then this just taps into my nerdism, because haikus have to have a certain theme and so on and so forth, and whenever we like just put whatever we want into the structure of a haiku, it's not haiku. So it's not haiku.
Dude, we could talk it sounds like you're one of the few people in this world that I could talk intelligently with about haiku, because yes, you need to have a kigo, which is the I forget if kigo is the cutting word or if I think kigo is the season word,
right?
Because every haiku is supposed to have a season that it refers to or alludes to, and then it's also supposed to have a cutting word, which I still don't understand what that is.
That's right. And now I remember, because I read about it once and I was just kind of like, wow, we don't have a fucking clue about haiku.
Oh!
I'm such an idiot.
John, I have written over 1,000 haiku, and my goal is to write 10,000.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. We're going to do a haiku cast next.
I'm going to do a whole month of just listening to recordings of you reading your haiku. In Japanese. Oh, wait.
Oh! How do I do that without sounding racist? Oh, wait, I don't care. Japan is terrible.
Doesn't matter how racist I am, they've got me beat.
What if the sun rose on the worst people?
Where did you say you were born? I was born right here in Tokyo. Okay, and where are your parents from? They were born here in Tokyo. I see. And their parents?
Oh, yeah.
Both sides, Tokyo. Right, okay. And then their parents. All of them were born in Tokyo. One of them was born in Taiwan. You're not Japanese. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, you're Japanese? How did your great-grandparents fare during the early part of World War II? Did they have a fun time in China? My great-grandpa brought me this cool souvenir from Nanking! Fuck you. A synopsis for this movie. Two Austrian lads wearing shorts, all white, with white gloves, show up at a family's boat. Enormous, summer mansion on the lake, where they're going to be boating. They like to play a game where they play classical music recordings and have to guess the composer and or like which orchestra recorded it or some shit like that. And then they let's see, they hold the family hostage after killing their dog with a golf club, and then play games, quote unquote, and then kill the son with a shotgun. Probably the most effective scene in the movie is that scene where you're looking away, we've followed him into the kitchen where he gets the sandwich fixins. Yeah. And we're watching him stack up like cold cuts and bread and cheese and condiments. And then from the other room, you hear a shotgun go off. And then just for the longest fucking time, you cannot tell who was shot. And then we see the other room. Everyone in it is perfectly still, but there is a big old blood splatter on the wall behind the child's unmoving body. And then they also shoot the dad, and then they dunk her in the water to death before going to the neighbor's house to start it all over again.
Yeah, to start all over again with the old egg canard. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no reason. There's no good reason for it. There's not supposed to be. They're just these. They're just these wayward, transient. They just go from town to town killing rich folk, and looking for eggs and killing rich folk, and moving on. And, it's your fault. The one guy makes eye contact with us, breaks the fourth wall. He even tells us that the reason that they came back to do more torture to this family is because it wasn't feature length yet. That's right. That was a good line.
And then when it was like there's some great ideas in here, and if the director would get out of his own way, he would have made a complete masterpiece.
This movie is within reach of masterpieceism.
Yeah,
that's a word.
Master Reese's Pieces.
That's exactly right. He was a couple missteps away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of really interesting John Zorn music.
Yeah. And by the way, the Naked City records are great. They're pretty intense, but they're fucking amazing.
Is that him? He's Naked City?
Naked City is John Zorn's. I mean, he's the main guy. He's the one who put the project together. I mean, he's done a million. He's probably got hundreds of CDs or records or whatever. All these different projects. Naked City is kind of like the mix of like improvisational jazz, grindcore. That guy screaming is Yamatsuka Ai for the Japanese group the Boredoms. He has on some of his later stuff. I don't think it's on Naked City, but Mike Patton from, Faith No More does a bunch because he can do all those weird voices and stuff too. But he's got some really great music and, some music that isn't as great, but I haven't hated any of it, but that Naked City stuff, oh man. And then he has another project that's very similar, but even more intense called Painkiller.
Yeah. I've been vaguely aware of him for a long time, but never dove in, and this was I need to pay attention to John Zorn more because this is fucking awesome.
Some of his he's got a whole project, and there's all these different variations of just this project called Masada, but a lot of the Masada project is basically him exploring more intensely, but still going way out there, exploring classical Jewish music.
Ooh.
So it's like these improvisational elements, but some of the music has this very I mean, I can't really describe it other than Jewish music because my knowledge of Jewish music is completely shit. But it has that kind of, it when you hear it kind of thing. And some of it's really, really great. Some of the stuff that I've heard. I just haven't heard that much, that's all. But
nice.
He makes some great music for sure.
Nice.
So, this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny because I was watching it and I was like, 666, no, there's no reason to think about it, 666, and then I got done and I was like, 66. I don't want to give this movie a 666. It's not perfectly contained unto itself.
Yeah.
It's better than movies I've probably given a 666 to. I might even argue with myself about it, but I enjoyed those movies more. So fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 6.6. How about you?
I'm going to give it a 666 because
Nice.
I feel like 666 doesn't require perfection. It only requires the approach to perfection.
I like
and
that.
I feel like this approaches that. Like it like you said, it approaches a masterpiece.
It does.
And this is on its way there. It's I don't know how I feel about it. But that's also been assigned to me in the past that this is great art. Like, this is gonna be a movie that I think about and that I reanalyze. Likely my relationship with this movie is going to change over time. Yeah. And that's just a really cool, solid thing. So yeah, for me it's a 666. It's a heavy recommend, but with caveats.
I think that's perfectly reasonable. I mean, I've loved several of his movies that I haven't seen them all, but I've seen a bunch of them. And like The White Ribbon is great. I forgot to mention that one, I think, but that one's great. I haven't seen his last, the Amour. I haven't seen that one about the old elderly couple, and I haven't seen his latest. I forget what it's called, but I haven't seen it. The post-apocalyptic one I didn't like very much, and Cachet I thought was fucking amazing. And I think I've seen something else, but I don't remember. But when he's on, he's on. I mean, he's there's definitely a style and a feel to his films, and sometimes they are very different from one another, although they do share elements, especially if you're familiar with his work. And he I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he's not a great filmmaker, because he is. He's a great filmmaker, for sure. And I think this film is absolutely worth seeing. Probably not a horror film, but I think it's reasonable to cover it on our show.
Oh, yeah. This not being a horror film can go fuck itself. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've done Toxic Avenger. I mean, it's not...
Yeah, we've done Toxic Avenger. I thought about picking Forrest Gump for our next film.
I mean, you've picked some movies that are absolutely not widely considered horror that are fucking horrifying. So, Forrest Gump is right up there.
It's right there.
Dear
God, why?
That movie can huff taint.
Oh, we should do that, and instead of doing a summary, we just quote the movie only from memory and try to get them in order, and that's it.
We really have dropped the ball when it comes to the entire experimental episode concept that we have, that you and I have joked about a million times but never actually done, where we do like a whole episode where we like improvise a script to a film that we watch without the sound or something, and then that's the whole episode or whatever. We always joke about it, but it would just be, because it would be terrible. I mean, like, we think, well, no one's going to listen to it, but then it's like, oh, wait a minute, no one listens to it anyway, so who fucking cares?
It's true. But John, I think approximately 22 people would listen to it, and those people would be very unhappy with us.
If we just did bad French accents for an hour.
Oh, and then he played with his little balls.
I don't know how we're supposed to attack this farm.
Real quick, speaking of playing with little balls, I have to tell you a great story of the last doctor's appointment I went to.
Oh, good. Great.
So I went to the urologist for a consultation because I'm going to get a vasectomy. And so I was talking to the dude about getting a vasectomy. By the way, this guy's name is Dr. Penner Schrodenbeck.
I remember you said Dr. Penner, but I don't think you mentioned the Schrodenbeck part.
Dr. Penner Schrodenbeck.
Wow.
And I was like, so is this just gonna happen in a room like this that we're in right now? He was like, yep, just two dudes hanging out.
He said that?
Yes!
Oh my God.
I'm so happy he's gonna cut my ball sack open because he's so cool.
Two dudes hanging out. Oh my God. I want to go get clipped now.
I know, he's great. I was like, oh man. So yeah, if you need to go get human neutered, go to Dr. Penner Schrodenbeck. He's the best.
Shit. I've seriously considered it. I may have to go now.
Yeah. You didn't know you were going to have the best time of your life.
Hey, you snipped my buddy Josh. I want in.
Yeah, I want a weird little scar in the middle of my scrot.
Just two dudes.
I laughed so hard it probably made him uncomfortable, but I imagine that's like a line. That's like his winningest like pickup line in the doctor's office.
It is a good line. Yeah, that's quality. Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. So yeah, that's a 6-6 and a 6-6-6 on this sick son of a bitch movie. John, what other non-horrible music content have you been consuming?
Well, I haven't. The only thing, the other rule was if I'm on YouTube and I see, like at home on television and I see some live footage or something, I can watch that. As long as I'm not hunting down all the music that I really want to hear because my YouTube music account is hooked up to YouTube. So, I was watching the other night, and this video came on of this band. The band name is in French. They're from Quebec, it turns out. They wear these goofy polka-dotted costumes, and it's just a duet. It's a guy playing drums and a guy playing double neck guitar, and the guitar is set up microtonally, the frets. So it has 10 or 15 more frets than a regular guitar because Western music doesn't use microtones, and so they semitones, microtones, whatever. So they put that stuff in there. The second neck of the guitar is a bass, and then he has all this array of effects, and so it's this weird microtonal music that has this upbeat, frenetic, almost punk energy, but there's something avant-garde, but also really light and bouncy and fun, and people dance to it and stuff. They're fucking amazing. So part of it was that I'd only been listening to shitty music because there's been a couple songs. Like the other day, I saw Green Day open for the Super Bowl, and I was like, that was amazing. I love Green Day. And then later I was like, wait, I fucking hate Green Day. But I had been listening to such shit. But no, this band is really good. They're called Angine de Poitrine.
Ooh.
And they're fucking amazing. Their music is really cool.
Nice.
That's the only decent music that I've heard. And then the only movie I saw worth mentioning was Tarot, which came out on Hulu, I believe.
Oh.
And it sucked. It was derivative and stupid.
Oh man.
And I hated it. It was glad I watched it. Sucked.
Oh, balls.
It had some good stuff in it. I mean, the makeup effects were pretty good. The premise was really stupid, but I liked that it kind of resolved. It didn't leave itself, wide open for a million sequels, probably because they knew nobody would want to make one. But they just wrapped it up and they were done. And it was kind of like, okay, I can move on with my life. I don't have to sit around waiting for the next piece of this shit to come out. But it wasn't great. And how about yourself?
Did you not watch Bugonia?
I did. Oh my God, that's right. I completely forgot about Bugonia.
You stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, I've been pretty consumed with this music thing. It's rotting my brain. Yes, I watched Bugonia. Thank you for reminding me, because I fucking love that movie. It was so good. I'm usually a Paul Thomas Anderson fan. Not always a huge one. This is probably my favorite of his movies. I mean, it was...
Who the fuck is Paul Thomas Anderson?
Oh, he did... going way back, he did Three Kings. He did... what's that movie called with the big cast and Tom Cruise? Something Magnolia? No, Magnolia.
Oh, yeah, Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, he made Magnolia. Which was pretty good. He made what was the movie that was kind of riffing on L. Ron Hubbard's life, but it was a fictional account. It had Philip Seymour Hoffman and
The Master?
The Master. He made that. He made... I can't remember the names of any of these fucking things. Let There Be Blood he made. Which I like, but it's really just a rip-off of a completely different movie. So, but it's still good. But this movie kicked ass.
What if I told you that Begonia was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos?
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of that fucking other movie. See, this is why getting old is bad, because I can't remember anything. I remember things, but not the right things. Yeah, Yorgos made the Killing... What is it? That deer? Sacred Deer?
Yeah, he also made the Emma Stone is a masturbating Frankenstein.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, me too.
He made...
The Lobster.
Yeah, The Lobster was okay. And
Dogtooth.
Dogtooth is good. It's I believe it's in Greek. It's like he hadn't made it to the Hollywood yet. It's a very weird movie, but it's good. I mean, it's not compared to the shit he's done since. He didn't do Let's Talk About Kevin, did he? That's not him, is it?
I don't think so, but that movie is amazing.
That is a great movie. Yeah. No, I thought this was this was probably my favorite film of his. I thought it was great. I mean, I think my wife was kind of thrown by I won't give away the ending because I think it's a really good movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I think she was a little bit thrown by it. I kind of saw it coming, so I was hoping, kind of like betting against myself that it would end the way it basically did. So when it did, I was like, yes, he fucking did it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is one part that, like, Melanie had to explain to me, and that was, like, how, like, what happened with the animals at the end. I was like, well, if, you know, that, then how come this? And she was like, well, it wasn't for them. And I was like, okay, sure.
They were just a byproduct of what was already happening on the planet, right? They weren't genetically... necessarily. I mean, like, we were implanted there, if I remember correctly, weren't we?
We'll talk about it once we stop recording.
Okay.
I don't want to. But man, what about those costumes? Those costumes at the end were tremendous. So good,
so good.
And
they built that whole house that they live in. They built that house just for the movie. It was a set.
And then what did they do with it afterwards?
Probably tore it down. I mean, they basically just built a house. I'm assuming they had, like, walls you could take out for cameras and stuff like that. But the basement was real. That was really the basement. And that was in England. Most of it was shot in England. The only scenes that are shot in the U.S. are the ones that are obviously in the U.S., like when they go to the thrift store, the convenience store, and they pull into that parking lot and it's got that, like, broken up asphalt, you know, that's like very, very Georgia. It was Georgia, you know. So it was shot in Atlanta and then outside of London, apparently.
Nice.
Great movie, though. Fuck.
Yeah. I loved the Alicia Silverstone cameo. That was very, The Lodge, in reminiscence. That guy, Aidan Delbus, is the actor that played his brother. That dude kicked ass.
That guy was amazing. Yeah. Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson. I love that guy.
Such an idiot.
Sick idiot. Who's Paul Thomas Anderson?
He's the one that made the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio about the, like, ultra leftist radicals, and Sean Penn plays the military guy. Oh
yeah, you're talking about Boogie Nights.
Yeah, that's the one. I can like look at the title of that movie and turn around and immediately forget it because I just think it's so dumb.
Are you talking about Licorice Pizza?
No, no.
Oh.
I think that's the one he made before that one.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about Phantom Thread.
That's the one. Yeah, I mean it was good. I felt up until a point, and then I kind of think that maybe that point was when I realized that he was basically all he was doing was adapting a Thomas Pynchon book that I really liked, and the book is infinitely better than the movie. One Battle After Another, it's called.
Oh, the new one with all DiCaprio nuts.
Yeah, DiCaprio nards. The book is awesome, Vineland. I don't think it's not my favorite Pynchon book, but I thought the movie was okay.
Nice. Apparently, he's also been directing a lot of music videos for The Smile and Haim.
Wow. Well, that's unfortunate.
So, I feel like you've got some Haim coming up in your future.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I'm writing that down.
Oh. Wait, have you already done Vampire Weekend?
Ooh, no, I have not. Oh, perfect. Oh, this is good. This is good. Well,
oh yeah, he's got a lot of Radiohead music videos too, and Fiona Apple. Have you done Fiona Apple?
Oh, I think he's with Fiona Apple, isn't he?
You mean sexually?
Sexually? Aren't they together? Sorry,
I don't know.
Aren't
first. Oh, he did Cigarettes and Coffee. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's with Maya Rudolph. Oh, that's weird. Okay, for over 2 decades.
His first directorial credit was The Dirk Diggler Story.
Oh yeah. Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah. Magnolia. Oh. Fiona Apple with her music video Limp.
Limp. What the hell?
Yeah, he's with her sexually.
Sexually?
Yes, sexually. Oh. So, I also watched Begonia. I fucking loved it. I even thought about picking it. I've been debating between that, and then I also watched, on Shudder, they added JD's Revenge, which is fucking amazing.
Oh, is it? I saw it on there.
Oh, dude, it is so fucking good.
Really?
I dig it. It's like this post-black exploitation possession movie. And it's got like, so it's the spirit of a 1940s New Orleans like criminal who is in the body of a 1970s guy, and so he shows up in a zoot suit at a club that's full of like hip cats, and it is just tremendous. And he does like kung fu shit with a straight razor. I've never seen anyone use a straight razor so cool as in that movie.
Oh, well, now I'm definitely watching it.
Yeah, it is top notch. I was like, well, you know, they put out the Academy Award nominations and Begonia was in there. Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe that's a good time for that. But then, you know, it's also Black History Month, so maybe JD's Revenge would be a good one. Ooh. And then I was like, wait a minute. What if those two movies fucked?
Right.
So for our next film, I was thinking Ryan Coogler's Sinners, which just got nominated for more Academy Awards than any movie in history. And if there's one thing that this podcast appreciates and respects, it's Academy Awards.
Correct. Oh, that is a great choice, though.
Yeah,
that'll be a fun one to talk about. I mean, that movie's got a lot going on.
Oh, man, 2 Michael B. Jordans. Like,
2 B. Jordan.
Who could contend with that?
2B or 2B Jordan?
Oh, at a certain point it becomes Michael C. Jordan.
It kind of does, actually.
A little bit. So that's that. Oh yeah, we were also supposed to talk about cigarette burns.
Oh, I didn't rewatch it, and it's kind of shitty, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I think it's a 6. Like, its most redeeming quality is that Udo Kier's in it, and I mean, it's le film absolu du monde is fun to say. So, you know, those two things alone are worth a 6.
If I looked it up and, somehow the series was called Masters of Horror plus one 16-year-old kid with a video camera, and he made that one, then I would probably be like, that's pretty damn good for a 16-year-old kid with a video camera. But John Carpenter made it, so come the fuck on.
Yeah, it's a solid scraping the bottom of the John Carpenter barrel.
It's fun to make fun of, but it's not a good little movie.
Yeah, it's like definitely in my top 3 things that I've seen Norman Reedus in, so I'll give it that.
For me, Norman Reedus, this is my top 3. The videos I saw of him doing a cross-country motorcycle ride with a bunch of his friends, including Brent Hines from Mastodon, rest in peace. Number 2, I'll go with cigarette burns. And then number 3, Calvin Klein commercial.
Oh, okay.
Or something. He was a model. I don't know. I'm guessing Calvin Klein. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's
I've seen him in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him in Boondock Saints, and I've seen him in Cigarette Burns, and that is all I've seen him in.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty good in Walking Dead to a point, and then it's kind of like, all right, I think we've had enough.
Yeah, yeah. Now he's got his own spin-off.
Is that still going?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just have AMC Plus, and I have no idea.
I just like him because somehow he survived the zombie apocalypse and this is going to be great listening, by doing this.
What if he just looked like Tom York at people and held a crossbow over his shoulder?
You're like, hey, wait, don't shoot. Wait, are you pointing that at me? Who are you pointing? I'm not sure who you're pointing at right now.
Yeah.
Both of us? I don't know.
Like, hey, man, what do you think of my jacket? My brother gave it to me. He's just got, like, he's got he looks like he's smoking a cigarette, but there's just nothing in there.
Norman Yorktus.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. What an amazing man. He was one of the forgettable parts of that amazing Willem Dafoe film, Boondock Saints.
I refuse to watch that movie. I can't do it. I just look at the pictures from that movie and I hate those. Because I have so many friends that are like, man, like, have you seen, you like movies, man? Have you seen the fucking Boondock Saints? And I'm like, no, fuck you. Why would I want to watch that?
There's 2 scenes that make the movie worth it, and one of them is Willem Dafoe. He does this thing. You could just watch the clip. You don't have to watch the movie. You can watch, you type in Willem Dafoe Boondock Saints scene, and it's just him. He's a police detective, and he, like, takes in the crime scene like a orchestra conductor, and he's just, like, flinging his body around and poeticizing how the crime must have gone, and it is tremendous. It is, like, peak Willem Dafoe nonsense goodness. And then there's another fantastic scene at a kitchen table with a gun, and it's funny and profane, and shocking and interesting. And then the rest of the movie apparently. The rest of the movie's completely worthless, and it got a sequel.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it just appeals to a certain demographic of like dudes that I've worked with throughout my life that are just like, yeah, man, like, hey, you want to go over and rape my mom or yours? I don't know, man. I gotta watch Boondock again, bro. Like that's what I associate that movie with. So it's never really appealed to me.
Yeah. That is one of the two reasons that the only human being I ever punched I referred to as Boondock Bitch.
There you go.
You know, those are the types of guys that don't use Axe body spray because they smell bad and it's an emergency. They use Axe body spray because they think they're gonna get fucked about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, those guys.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, also, I watched that fucking one. Oh, Digging to the Marrow, or Digging for the Marrow, which is a pretty shitty movie, but it's based on the monster drawings of Alex Pardee, and it's just basically an excuse to make cool Alex Pardee creatures be on screen for approximately 90 seconds, and then the rest of the time we're just watching a guy talk. That's
not that new movie with Dinkel Finkelstein or whatever the Danish actor's name is. No, this is from a few years back, right?
Yeah, this has Ray Wise in it. And it's a pretty good Ray Wise performance. But, like, other than that and, like, some really fucking cool monsters, the movie's pretty useless.
Oh, okay. I like Alex Pardee. I haven't followed him in a long time, but I used to follow him online, and I was really enjoyed his art. So, interesting. Okay.
Nice. Oh, yeah, next time we're supposed to rewatch The Pit? What's it called? The one where he's got the demon teddy bear and they're like...
Oh, The Pit.
Is it called The Pit?
Yeah, with the pit with the things that live in it.
Yeah, the little guys that live in it, and that scene where he's just staring directly into the full screen nipple.
Yeah, that creepy kid who's obsessed with his teacher. Isn't that the deal?
Something like that. Yeah,
I love that movie. It's so bad, but I love it.
It's the greatest bad movie. 666. I don't even care. Let's keep it going.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Go out there, drive your car near some ICE enforcement agents and see what happens.
Yeah, and enjoy your stocks going up at the expense of everything else, apparently.
You haven't been paying attention to the stock market this week, sir.
Oh, wait, what's her fucking nuts was on. Pam Bondi did the congressional hearings where she was like, well, Wall Street is, how she says whatever. It's like, well, if the president's so bad, why is Wall Street doing so good? Zing, nailed it. It's like, okay, fuck you, you whore.
You are the second person to talk to me about Pam Bondi today. The first one was my dad, who talked about her and then later told me about how he doesn't like butt stuff. He's what the gay community calls a side.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Apparently that means you just like hand and mouth and touchy stuff, not in the butt. Thank you, Dad.
Your father is a living testimony to the concept that always being truthful is not the best idea.
The time I talked to him before that, he was like, did you know that on OnlyFans there's like a whole genre of people that are just into father-son porn? It's like, I'm not interested in that.
Fucking hell.
Thank you, Dad.
I'm sorry you all have to die.